Hey guys, it's Nikki here. I want to do a video about how to tame down your ball python because it had been requested by someone. So, I thought I'd do a video about it. And, well, as you can tell, this girl isn't exactly, touchable on the head. She is okay sometimes. She's quite a hisser though, but, when it's hissing, well, every snake, even pythons, would hiss. It's just at the level of hissing. Sometimes it's so quiet that you wouldn't hear it. Or sometimes with like Burmese's or like hognose, you could literally just hear it from miles away. For those of you who haven't seen my previous video, you might remember her. This is my lemon pastel. And as you can tell, she browned out a little bit, but obviously you might be able to tell or might not. I've had her for like a month and a half now, 2 months, and she's grown this much. It's not too much, but it's a bit more than she was. She's around, I'd say, 2 months and a half, 3 months of age, so she's a very, very young female. But she still keeps her yellow. Her belly yellow is very, very nice. And it's just like a sandy yellow color. It's more lighter in person actually than this, but camera quality is terrible. And she doesn't really like touching the chin, but we're working on that. And if I could just show you guys the blushing on her head. Again, it doesn't show too well, but it is absolutely beautiful. And you can't tell again, but her eyes is getting green. For those of you who don't know, pastels, their eyes tend to green out the older they get. Anyways, this is my lemon pastel girl. I'll put a link like right here to tell you to a video that I did of her the first day I got her. And you could tell exactly how snappy she was. And to show those of you that my methods do work, her right now, completely not acknowledging or wanting to bite whatsoever. Look at her. She's not even striking. Hi. Hi. See? Completely docile. Completely fine. Sometimes okay with touching her chin and touching her like that. When I do reach my hand in the cage, I could just grab her. No striking at all. But I'm working on just touching her body. She hisses for just about like half a minute, and then she'll stop, and then I could just pick her up. And sometimes when she wants to wander out around the room, and I pick her back up, and she doesn't want to go back into her cage, and she still wants to go out and play, so she would just hiss and like tell me to nudge off because she wants to. She still has that little girl personality, you know? But anyways, guys, before I did a video, again, if you want me to, I'll post a link on my description, on my Het Orange Ghost ages and ages ago. I actually posted it after the problem was solved, so, what happened then was that, I supposedly, the Orange Ghost, I had a normal Het Orange Ghost, female, that was supposedly docile, all of a sudden striking nonstop. And I just did a video on seeing what the other reptile keepers have thought, just like an opinion on, why they think that she's acting like that, because I don't know why. It was quite easy to solve. At the end, she was completely fine. She's still fine now. I have her at the shop that I work at, and she's for sale. And I pick her up whenever I go to the shop, which is like twice every single week. And she's completely fine, not bitten me once ever after that time. And after that time, as in before I posted the video. But methods I did. Number one, for those of you who corrected saying that my enclosure is not good enough, that you would be mad as a snake as well if you were in that enclosure, you're completely wrong, because it's actually how experts and how breeders would keep them. It's called a rack system, except for mine's not a rack, it's plastic tubs. You call it that some person commented saying that their corn snake had a bigger enclosure than my ball python. I don't even know what to say to you with that, you know? I guess it's okay because corn snakes, you know, I just don't even know what to say to you. Like, I've never had someone say that to me before. Like, I wouldn't have thought anyone who kept a snake would be so amateur on that to say that. But anyways, correcting you on that, snakes shouldn't be in too big of an enclosure because they'll be scared, they'll stop feeding, and they will be acting more aggressive than they actually are. And those are the simple factors that actually makes a snake aggressive. Another factor is a hide. I know so many of you tell me, oh my god, you stupid girl, you should put a hide. No, actually, I have been proven, and I will prove it. It's the same with my het orange ghost that I did and proved that without a hide. And my boss, the shop owner, all of our snakes do not have a hide. Reason is because when snakes have a hide, yes, they do get a sense of security. Yes, they do tend to fit into their enclosure quicker. They do get used to it quicker. But have you ever thought about the defense mechanism, the more reliability of the hides that they have? The reason why my het orange ghost was so aggressive is because I did give her a hide. And when I gave her a hide, she relied on it. And when I took it away, she got even more defensive. When a snake without a hide is always getting used to people walking past, getting used to even more with your scent, and just getting used to you overall, just the movements around them, they are completely docile. And I'm not just saying this from like a few snakes that, a few snakes that I've had. It's actually with, well, basically the shop I work at, we have around like over 300 snakes each time. And snakes as in not just snakes overall, over 300 ball pythons. Right now I'd say we have like 500 snakes right there. And we never use a hide because it is true that over so many years of experience with my boss, he's been working in the industry for 40 years, and he even tells me it is positive that snakes do get more aggressive when they have a hide. We have a ball python specialist. Oh, I'm sorry. You okay? Scared her a bit over there. But it is true that even with he even says, like the ball python specialist, even he says that when I asked him what I should do with my previous snake before, with all of a sudden the aggressive behavior, he said, take the hide out. Which is why in that video you guys saw me taking the hide out. And you were telling me to put it back in, which obviously I did not end up doing. So now she's completely fine. I did not have that problem with her ever again. And also, I've been hearing on the internet a lot of myths saying if you should feed a snake when out of their enclosure, or else they'll think you're food whenever you go into your enclosure. Personally, I really true-heartedly believe that that is just a myth, because I feed all my snakes. Half of the snakes I had before I fed in a separate tub, and now all my snakes I feed in the enclosure, and I do not find a difference in their behavior at all. Yeah, girl. And they actually are all just as docile. It doesn't make a difference, because I make sure to my snakes I do not smell like food. I do not smell like a rat. They're smart enough to know that we're not rats, and so they know that you're not food. And most importantly, the most important thing to make sure, just to make sure your snake wouldn't bite you, is feed them well. I feed my females twice a week. Just because they're females, they could get fat. I feed my males once a week. So I make sure that they're all well fed, they're not super hungry, and they're all in good shape and growing fast. And I just handle them more and more until they grow out of their scary times. And of course, for those beginners, Do make sure that your snakes are not shedding, because again, another thing is that I find shedding snakes just incredibly pissy all the time. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and if you guys really have any more questions, please feel free to comment or message me, and I will answer you as soon as possible. Thank you, guys. Bye.